Sounds like shit on my end. Oh well, so much for trying something new. What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Masters of the Retroverse. And I am one of your hosts, Adam, and with me, as usual, is David.
What is up?
What's up, man? I'm gonna go ahead and let you just kick it off because we got another Masters of the Universe fanatic with us this week to kind of wrap up our MOTU stuff. You know, we've ran a little bit, I guess you call it like a series on the last few episodes for Masters of the Universe stuff. So, because we got some awesome stuff lined up for everybody too, which we're not going to disclose that just yet, are we?
Yeah.
David?
Well, some people, nah. Well, we've leaked it a little bit, but it's an unbelievable interview that we'll have in the near future.
Yeah. But if you follow our Facebook page and if you follow us on Instagram, we will send out little hints and see if you can figure out who it is. So
I think my hint
I'm going to
was
let you go ahead and
so
introduce our guest this week, and I'll let you kind of take the wheel on this one.
All right, man. So we got a special guest on today's show. Guest from down under. His name's Nathan. Is he there?
Yeah, hi.
Nate.
How you going?
What's going on, man? Hey,
yeah.
how are you doing today?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for having me on board.
David, I think the proper terminology is "G'day, mate."
Yeah,
G'day,
buddy.
mate. G'day, mate. That's not big. Why are you drinking a Coors? I should be drinking a Foster today, right? Foster's.
Yeah, no, that's English drink, that stuff.
I thought that was like an Australian beer.
I thought it was Australian.
Hey, that's
for
what we're
beer.
here.
Yeah, it is. You tell it to the English, so no one here drinks it. You might drink it there, but no one here drinks it.
Yeah, so if you could just tell us a little bit about this. What was that? Sorry.
Oh, yeah, I've been collecting Masters of the Universe for probably nearly 20 years. That's about it. That's my life story, you know.
Oh wow. So, but like, what was your first Masters of the Universe figure you ever collected as a child?
When I was a child, I honestly couldn't remember which one I had first when I was a child, but I know it was when I got back into collecting as an adult. It was, I think I picked up a Triclops, an Evil Lyn, and a Ram Man at the markets one day, and that's what got me going again.
Did you get them complete, or did you have to like get them together? You know,
I had to get the bits for them.
Okay. Yeah, I just picked up.
That's where it all started, hunting stuff down.
Yeah, I actually just picked up Evil Lyn's staff, wand, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, hang on, sorry.
Excuse me.
Got an interrupter. Your jelly beans are just out there on your little box.
Should you fix them?
I'll fix that later. I'm busy talking to some people at the moment. Thank you.
That's cute. I like that.
There we go. That just proves it's live.
Yeah, it's all right, man. It's all good. Believe me and Adam know where you're coming from. Both of us have kids, so
yeah, cool.
Yeah,
I started there. That's how I pieced together stuff off eBay and here, there, and everywhere, and markets, and yeah, eventually had a complete collection.
Yeah, okay. And then, so you got the first ones you had were Evil Lyn, Ram Man, and what was the other one?
Triclops.
Triclops. All right. Oh man, I got his sword, and the sword I got was busted. It had the handguard busted on it. I need to pick me up a new one.
Yeah, I remember going through Ram Man's trying to get the ones with the stickers still on the wrist. These little gauntlets there.
So really, what we got you on here for is because you had you did a deal on eBay not too long ago, and it's actually posted in the group. It caught my eye. I kind of want to get your story behind it. So some people call him Wondar, He-Man. A lot of hardcore collectors don't like calling him that. They like calling him Savage He-Man.
Savage He-Man,
yeah. So if you could just give me a little backstory on that.
I guess I've always called him Wonder Bread. I guess that's what he was called first. I've always just stuck with that. All the other names are there. But I don't know. I guess the story I like to, because it's not really confirmed. Yeah. Everybody's got their own stories, and we never really had them here, so I've never really seen one in the wild as such. Like, I bought mine from the States, but I like to think it was probably some sort of early production product, like they say, maybe it was an early Conan concept or something like that. And I kind of think it could have got distributed out by reps. You know what I mean? Like you have your store reps going into shops, and they had figures and stuff like this, and they just would have handed them out probably. And I don't know, and maybe the reason it has no weapons is because the weapons that came with it were Conan-ish, so they sort of scrapped those, and that's why you got this naked figure.
Okay. Yeah, we got a. So
this is a different perspective on it.
What's that? Sorry, we got a little bit of
just
a
delay, as a different perspective on it, I guess, as a theory, hypothesis.
Yeah, yeah. So what we were doing is I did a little bit of research this week on it, and I looked into just different things. I watched a couple different videos on it and stuff like that, and the theories behind the Wonder Bread part of it and whatnot, and like. Yeah. And just like how people can't, like, they don't ever remember like where they got it from exactly or where it came from. It usually comes from a friend or from eBay or whatnot. Do you remember where you got yours from?
I bought mine like through a Facebook group from the States. Yeah.
Through the States? Oh, wow. So it did a round trip, huh?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's just headed back there.
So was that Wonder Bread, the Wondar, was that available in Australia too back in the day, or was it
not
just US?
Not as far as I'm aware, no.
Okay. Huh.
I've never seen or heard or known of anybody who's had one that didn't, acquire it from eBay in the States. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the story behind them too. That's why I kind of think, I wonder if it was just handed out by a rep or something like that, because they were limited to the States, I think. I don't think they've been found in the wild anywhere else.
We got Wayne Scott in chat too from the Facebook group. He's the one with that badass Thundercat rocking horse thing, man. I think it's so cool. He says that Mattel refused to link themselves with this figure. I guess that's why.
It was some court case around at that. Yeah. But yeah, they pretty much wiped their hands.
They had a problem with it back in the day or whatever. They didn't know what was going on, but they came back with a classics line that was mentioned, and they even put a little loaf of bread in there, so kind of like a nod to it.
Yeah. It could have just been some factory error. Just they made the wrong things, and they thought, well, "What are we going to do? Scrap them, throw them out?" And some guy took them home and handed them out to his family or something.
God.
It is strange. Nobody actually remembers getting it. Like a lot of people remember, people remember getting something at Christmas time, or stuff like that. But nobody remembers getting this figure. But it just turns up in random people's houses, I guess, at yard sales or something.
Yeah. So would you guys say this is one of the most rare and sought after figures in the MOTU collecting?
I don't know. Yeah, I reckon the lasers are harder to get.
Oh, really?
Who?
Yeah, I found that in my the lasers, the laser figures.
Yeah,
laser power.
But they're not near as expensive, though, right?
Well, they're probably more expensive.
Are they? Oh, damn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which one are we talking about? Sorry, I'm trying to sell this.
I think you see him. If you search for Twistoid on eBay, you'll see him less than Wonder Bread.
Oh wow!
You'll see a lot of overpriced Wonder Breads, but you might see one or two Twistoids
and a lot of fakes too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, actually, I picked one up.
Yeah, nice.
David's feeding the system.
There was one actually. There was one that ran around the same time as mine. It finished a day or two later, and the guy had 4 photos and a green background. And look, he went for $10 less than mine, I think, and I wouldn't have bought it.
It was fake.
Oh, you couldn't tell. Like,
oh, okay.
The photos weren't good enough to be able to convince me to put that kind of money there.
Yeah.
You had
a certificate or something with yours, right?
Nah, he just had the.
Yeah, it was just that was interesting because the guy that came with it when I bought it, and I asked the guy about it, and he just included it. Like he said, "Oh yeah, I just had it lying around and I threw it in." It didn't come with the figure, so.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah, that was just one of those.
It was just an associate. Yeah, it was one of those things that's like the loaf of bread in the new one. Yeah, it was.
We got Joe Amato in chat too, and he says the Camo Con is one of the most rare figures.
Yeah,
lasers are more valuable.
Leo Baker, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
it.
familiar with him. I gotta look him up.
And
I
you
don't
have to
know
grab
him.
a water catch to buy one of those. Yeah.
The laser light or whatever. Is that what he's talking about? Hold on.
Leo Faco, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty rare.
Yeah, they go over like $1,000 when I was looking at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and stuff like for the carded collectors, like all those twin packs and stuff like that. They're way up there.
yeah, the laser light, Skeletor, and stuff like that. Laser light, I saw an article not too long ago about it. It was like $1,200, I think it went for. The article was dated 2016 though, so it's probably changed significantly.
Yeah,
since that. But I was looking at
a loose one in average condition is probably $800 US or something like that.
Yeah, like working condition, because it's hard to get them working too, I guess. So
yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
So
I'm looking at that Camo Con right now. I don't even remember that guy.
yeah,
Well, he's like Argentinian one, I think. From the
is
Top
he?
Toys line.
Huh. Really cool looking though. Really cool looking.
yeah. So what would you say is your most prized possession now that you've gotten rid of Savage?
Wondar in the toy collection.
Yeah, well, out of your Masters of the Universe.
Masters of the Universe.
Your MOTU.
I don't know.
Because I know you got like turtles and everything, don't you?
Well, I've got mostly some G1 stuff, G1 Transformers, and a bit of Voltron. Lots of old Lego.
Yeah.
Been getting into that lately. I've actually thinned down my Masters of the Universe collection though, and I'll probably just be boring and say like He-Man's probably my favorite. Just boring, normally old He-Man and Battle Cat.
Is that why you sold your Wondar?
Yeah, I've been getting into music lately, and I've acquired this taste for expensive guitars. So
Oh, man of my own heart. Yes.
I'm saving up. So. Yeah, well, if you want to hit my most precious possession, aside from my little 3-year-old, is my 76 Gibson.
Oh my god.
Custom.
Oh my god. Oh, that's amazing, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, so I call it Eternia because I sold my Eternia playset to mostly pay for that.
Nice.
Oh, that brings me back to this, Adam. I told you earlier, and I might as well tell the podcast nation, right?
Yeah. Tell him.
So I was in there. I was in a place I usually go to, a little thrift shop, the bargain shop we have in Jacksonville, North Carolina. I went in there and I picked up a Lino, and he was on the jet sled or whatever it's called. I can't remember the name of it. It's Thundercats. I'm horrible. I know Joe Amato's probably going to be like, yeah, this is what it was, because that dude remembers everything. Anyways, so I picked the Lino for I picked him up for like $20, the whole set. So, but they were telling me they had just had an Eternia in there, and they said it was complete. Now, this is all word of mouth. I can't sit there and say it's like verbatim, like this is what they have, but he's like, yeah, we sold it for $400 complete. My jaw dropped. I looked at him. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Because if it was complete, $400 was a freaking steal.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. It doesn't mean everything's working. I guess when the guy came in there, he was getting out of the Marine Corps or whatever, and he had all his stuff from when he was a kid. He brought it, and he had tubs and tubs of, Masters of the Universe stuff, and he was dropping it off. So, yeah, some of my stuff behind me might have been his. I don't know.
Damn, can you?
He said it was 2 months ago.
Oh my god. You need to have a talk with them people.
I did.
Say, here's my personal number. Here's my wife's cell number. Here's my home number. Here's my kid's number. You call me. If you can't get a hold of me, you call them. When stuff comes in, right?
Eternia place it.
Right.
No. But
yeah, what's the odds of that?
But yeah, so with that being said, now we're kind of veering off our Wondar topic here, but Wondar. So all in all, what ended up happening with the Wondar auction that you held?
What happened? It ended.
Started out at.
Yeah, I started at 99 cents.
This is David. 99 cents.
99 cents. Why not?
You tell the people what it ended at.
Yeah, it was up to $50 within the first hour.
Yeah, I saw that. That was, and it had what, 30 bidders or 28 bidders, right?
It was a few more than that. I think it was about 38 bids. Yeah, 40 bids maybe in the end.
Yeah, 30 at the end.
I didn't get any last minute action. Like, 'cause it got up to 550 with about a day to go, and that's where it ended.
That's crazy. That's
550
awesome.
bucks. Nice. Damn.
Yeah. Oh, that's Australian dollars. So I think it's about 450 maybe for you guys. So.
Yeah,
That's even better.
Yeah, it was good though. I watched it intently.
Well, that's enough to put a nice down payment on your little Marshall half stack, isn't it?
Yeah, the next Gibson, I reckon.
Yeah, there you go.
So
yeah,
I got my eye on a few, but I'm still saving up. So
I say you better sell about 4 more of those to afford that Gibson.
I'll keep making them.
There you go. Some of the suckers like David.
Good stuff. Hey,
is the buyer on there? Is he?
Nah.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because he asked me if I had more coupons. That was the only interaction I had with the buyer. I said he asked me if I had more coupons.
Yeah. You should tell him to hit us up. We want to talk to him too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Can you see? Is that secret? I don't know on eBay if you can see who it is that bought it or not.
Nah, we can't see the buyer, but I can talk to the seller.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I figured I'd talk to you and see what was going on. Like that's the first time I've ever I've ever even really interacted with a seller on eBay. I saw that. I was wondering about the Wondar.
An interesting start too.
What's that?
It was an interesting start to our conversation, I thought. It was an interesting start to our conversation.
Yeah, you thought I was somebody else? You thought I was your friend, David?
Yeah.
I was like, well, at least you got a sense of humor. I like this guy.
Oh, yeah. But I was still nice at the end of it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, we figured it out as soon as you figured it out. But I was like, it was funny. I've had a very, very exploring week on like just randomly talking to people on Facebook, being like, hey, and what we have to come because of this is going to be so awesome in future episodes that I don't even think you guys would believe it. I was running through my screaming like I was amazed. We have something very special for you in the near future.
Yeah, so, you're like, holy shit, dude. You're never going to believe it.
You get the fuck out.
I'm like, holy shit. My guys at work are like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. But yeah, man, it was great. It was great meeting you. You know, you go by Nathan, right? Or you go by Nate?
Yeah. That's fine, yeah. Yeah, I think my eBay name's something else. Derek Weisler, yeah, just a made up name.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, it was good to hear your story from your Wondar experience on eBay. I know you got some stuff you need to take care of and all that. So, you know, we'd like to have you
take part. Something different. I've never done anything like this. So.
What's that?
Sorry, what was it? Double. What's that?
What's that? What's that game?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Well, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
It's the lag.
Yeah, that's
all right, guys. Well, I'll sign out and leave you to it.
All right. Hey, thanks. All right, bye. Good talking to you.
Yeah, no worries. Have a great day.
You too.
Hey, you too.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Sweet.
Yeah,
man. So horrible.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. I think we're all having when it was being the fact that he's in Australia probably didn't help any.
Yeah,
but
when it was just he and I, it worked really good. It was amazing.
No, there again, it might be partly my internet connection because I don't know why, but for some reason it's sucky tonight. Yeah, but so we're gonna jump into the second half of the show. We're doing a little bit different this week. We had Nathan on there, and we knew that it would kind of be a little shorter of a conversation with him because he had stuff to do. So we're gonna try to play catch up a little bit with just a few things that we haven't had a chance to talk about in the last few weeks because we've been busy with the MOTU stuff. So there's been some TV shows coming on that we've watched. I did finish Stranger Things. Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Stranger Things got the other shirt on.
Oh yeah, nice. I'm actually underneath the hoodie. I'm wearing my Marvel shirt because we went and watched the Thor Ragnarok today, and it was good. It was it was a Thor movie, so it's not by any means my favorite of them, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was really cool. I don't want to give anything away because I know you haven't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it yet.
But
give it away. No spoilers, Adam. Damn it.
No spoilers. No spoilers. Nope.
We don't want spoilers.
It was really weird though because the soundtrack. Oh, I had an amazing soundtrack. Like they played like a lot of Led Zeppelin for some reason. I don't know why. But it had like a Stranger Things kind of soundtrack to it, like the music playing in the background and stuff. And even at one point, there was AJ leans over and goes, "Dad, that's the Stranger Things theme song." I'm like, "Yeah, it sounds just like it." So I don't really know what that was about. It's like they were like going back to the 80s or something with it. I don't know. It's really bizarre.
Well, I thought that originally from the posters that they had. So
why would they be doing that though? I don't know why they would.
Because man, 80s is making a comeback for us all of a sudden again.
Yeah,
everything comes back every about 5-10 years.
Yeah, I mean 80s is hot right now, especially with Stranger Things, and I think it's gonna even get hotter, I guess. But it was just bizarre to see that because it's not like when he's on Earth, it's not like the era is not the 80s, 70s or 80s. It's present day, so I don't know.
Infinite.
I guess so. But Jeff Goldblum was awesome as the Grandmaster. That was really cool.
I was wondering about that.
Yeah, no, he did a good job. There was a lot more humor in the movie than what I would expect out of a Thor movie. But yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, my 3-year-old sat through it, so it kept his attention for a while anyway.
That's amazing. Because when Captain America came out, I couldn't keep Hayden sitting down. He went to pee every 5 freaking minutes.
No, he was excited to see Hulk. In fact, we got home and he was telling my wife. He said, "Mommy, we went and saw Hulk," and she's like, "Oh yeah." He goes, "Yeah." And Daddy, who was that guy with the Hulk? I said, "Thor." the whole movie is about this guy.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You hear that? You see the stuff Wayne Scott's posting in chat?
No, I haven't been watching it. Let's see.
So right now he's he wanted to know what was going on with somebody from Mattel. So obviously I guess I could work on that because if I can do what I did already, I think I can get somebody on here from Wondar.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Huh. General Mills is not Wondar, but I have a General Mills connection. For me, Mattel made this figure, and when the Conan caught up, sorry, man, I have glasses on and I'm reading like shit.
And when the Conan caught on with what Mattel were doing with the MOTU line, they made them disappear in some way. Huh.
Well, yeah. Well, originally, conspiracy too. We could have dove way into this more and took a lot more time than just Nathan. But so yeah, there's supposedly a conspiracy because it was in the works with who's the company that did Conan, but they wanted to have an action figure line, and they already had the He-Man line. They just hadn't released it yet when the Conan movie came out. I think it was 1982 or whatever. You can Google check that to see if it's right or not.
Mm-hmm.
Figure line for the Conan movie, and Mattel broke ties with the Conan people, which is, I don't know, is it Miramax now? I don't know who it is. Well, they broke ties with them, and they went their own separate way. And then, like 6 months later, they released the fucking He-Man, right? And then the action figures were released first before the actual TV show came.
Yeah,
it's one of the first to ever do that, and then it set the trend for every other.
And I heard that
company.
I heard the Battle Cat came from another toy. Like they used the same mold from a toy from like a zoo. No, it was like a Barnum and Bailey playset, or it was like a zoo playset or something like that. They kept the tiger. And
That's why they have that. That regular tiger with a cage around it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure Joe will probably chime in about that here in a second too.
Well, he could just call in if he wants and hop in this conversation. I don't even
care. Yeah. Right.
But yeah. If he, well, I don't know. Some of them's live right now. Another Doug Turner channel's live right now. I don't know if it's Masters of the Galaxy or not, but to have that conspiracy go on in that whole realm, it's insane. And I listened to him and the one guy from the Masters of the Galaxy talk about it for 25 minutes, and it was probably the most educational thing I've ever heard, besides the one guy that stands up in front of the camera. He's like, the mystery of Wondar, blah blah blah, for like 10 minutes. Yeah. Is it this? Is it that? Could it be this? Were they in this? And just like the way he just presents himself, it was just so funny. He almost reminded me of Ray from What About Raymond or whatever it was.
Nice. Yeah. All right. Well, we got a little off track there, but so anyway, we both watched The Punisher. We both finished. Well, actually, I have not finished it yet. I've got about 20 minutes left on the last episode. I was trying to finish it before we started recording tonight, but I couldn't get it started early enough.
Motherfucker. trying to keep PG. You're supposed to catch up so we can talk about The Punisher.
Okay. All right. Before we do, because I know that can be a little bit of a lengthy process, I just wanted to say that Tom Hardy is going to make an awesome Venom, and I am so excited for that. They have the Venom movie coming out next year, 2018, I think like October, something like that. And it has been confirmed that he's going to be Venom.
Yeah, I saw the little plug you sent me. It seemed all right.
Yeah. I think it's going to be good because, I mean, they had what was his name? Topher Grace in the last Spider-Man as their shitty Venom. That was the worst, man. That was awful.
You mean it wasn't that 70s Venom?
Right. Yeah. But I mean, you've got
where's my Rambler? Where's my holiday Rambler at? Let me hop in this. Where's Red at? Red would put Venom in his place.
Right. He, to have somebody, a scrawny little twerp like Topher Grace as Venom, I don't know what the fuck they were even thinking to begin with. Tom Hardy is gonna. He played Bane. So I think it's gonna be good though. I've heard that they're not. Spider-Man is not going to be in this movie because I don't think it's actually done by. I'm trying to think of who was doing this one. I think it's Sony. I think Sony's doing this one. So I guess with their ties right now with
Sony it's the Venom Spider-Man, or does that
right? Well, I think they had the rights to Spider-Man and all of all the Spider-Man characters. So they've still got the rights to Venom. So I just really hope that they do it justice because they haven't put out any good superhero movies that I know of.
Yeah. And you were right, Joe Amata blew up chat. That dude's a walking MOTU encyclopedia.
Yes, he is.
I love it.
So I'm sure you'll hear me talk a lot more about the Venom movie as we start getting little trailers and all that stuff. So I'm pretty damn excited for that. The other thing I want to talk about real quick too is the live action Contra movie / TV series. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about it. I didn't read too much into it. I thought it was kind of like just a fan made thing.
No, it's legit. But it's Chinese made right now.
So it's gonna be just fight scenes, not a lot of substance, or
right. I don't know. I don't know how they're gonna do that because you got two guys running around shooting aliens. I mean, made a great video game, but can't really see it making a great TV show.
Yeah, the storyline of the video game wasn't too extravagant.
No, not really. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about that. Well, I guess I'll have to decide more once we start hearing more about it.
Yeah.
So
all
right, you want to talk about Punisher?
Well, we can talk about Punisher. Are you ready to talk about Punisher?
I'm ready to talk about Punisher. Frank Pete Castiglione.
Castiglione.
Yeah.
However you say. So we start out. He's come back from the end of the Daredevil episodes or whatever, right? And he's got that beard, man. I think he should have rocked the beard longer than he did.
I think so too. I think
he shouldn't have shaved it until he went and he put that flak jacket back on. That should have panned out.
Right. Yeah.
And the story, so it kind of pissed me off, the storyline with the DVD and the video that was going around and all that crap. That kind of threw me for a loop, because honestly, it was Frank Castle from right when he walks up and the guy's head and shoots him, even though he's got a ski mask on and all that crap. Because it's Shane. It's Shane from The Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah.
That you can tell how that guy stands. You can tell how his mannerisms, his poses, like you knew it was him, because he throws his shoulders forward and he has that walk to him, like I'm bigger than I am.
Yep.
You know,
he always looks like he's ready to fight somebody. That's just John Bernthal. I mean, that's just how he is. He's a badass. He's an absolute.
Don't get me wrong. He's a great Punisher. He's definitely better than he's better than the one that played the movie. I love the movie.
What was his name? I can't remember his name. Yeah, the movie was good, but I liked the TV show.
Yeah, it was a 90s. It was a 90s movie, right? It was in the 90s, early 2000s.
I think it was. Man, I want to say like the late 90s. Let's see here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna kick myself because his name is on the tip of my tongue.
This is why we usually do show notes, and we're kind of freestyle tonight, so you're gonna have to bear with us.
2004. So, wow. Okay. Yeah.
We're still close.
Yeah, the guy's name was
he was, but he looks like him.
No. Yeah.
He wasn't the Highlander, but he looks like him.
Thomas Jane.
Yeah.
That's him, Thomas Jane.
Yeah, he wasn't he looks just like the Highlander. He would have been a good replacement for the Highlander if you think about it.
Yeah.
If they made the movie.
So in the TV show, and we are gonna give spoilers here, but in the TV show, one of the things that I think is cool is that they address
blankets.
They address the whole I don't know, what did you call it, PTSD? With that kid that went crazy. Because I mean it's really cool that they address that, because that is something that is, that is real. I mean, it's a real thing, and
everything
that happens.
It wasn't.
And I'm anxious to hear what you had to say, being that you're former military. I'm sure you've had friends or coworkers that have gone through issues like that coming back from war.
Yeah. I've had my fair share. Really don't want to get too personal with that, but we that whole show, like if you go back and you just rewatch like the first 15 minutes of every episode, I want to tell you, in every single one of those episodes where they sit down and they have dialogue in between one or two characters, and they're talking about the family unit, they're talking about the PTSD piece, they're talking about like how you served or what you did or anything like that, relevant in today's society and how we do and act about things. Because like you sit there and like about taking your phone away from your kid, or maybe you should have a no phone place, whatever, like sitting down at dinner. It was taking away the disassociation of the family unit and bringing it back to what it should be. Like if you got what I'm saying to this and you watch the show, like had some relevance to something that's going on in today's society. It was amazing. Like, and they didn't just like blatantly throw it in your face. You had to be like, oh my God. Yeah.
It was hard to watch though, for me. I'm not military. I do have some family members that are military, but I never went through anything like that. But it was that whole timeline with that Lewis kid or whatever was just hard for me to watch. But then I keep thinking I was making myself watch it because I'm like, this is something that's real in society, Like when he was building that bomb, man, first thing I'm thinking is, oh my God, don't tell me he's going to go after like a school or something like that,
Yeah. No, you could see that from the first day he was in the group in the church. Like you could tell something was going to happen with him. And then especially when you have that, you have that enabler, excuse me, man, that's all just talk and like just building up the younger dude, talking about the NRA and all that crap, and you're not going to take our guns away and all that. Like, believe me, I have guns and I love my guns and nobody's going to touch my guns.
Right.
To have that old guy in the show and just sitting there like it's putting gasoline on a fire. Like there's like, if you think you can, like, the biggest takeaway from that for me is like, even if you think thing is that person's been through, like there are people that are trained to talk to those people and defuse a situation before it's sick. So that guy didn't need to say anything. That Corman needed to step, the one running the group. He needed to step in and stop that. Like he needed to interject into that conversation. That probably would have put a lot of that stuff off, or maybe he took him under his wing a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
What happened?
Even at the end, when Billy Russo's in his apartment with him, thinking, "Oh God, man, don't kill him off. Just don't kill him off, please." And I was so glad that they didn't.
That's so fucked up.
He what?
So fucked.
Yeah.
He rips his leg off and beats him with it.
I know.
So
my God. Oh my God. Yeah, that was fucked up. Man, that was it was a really good show. I mean, I think it was probably one of my favorites because it was one of the it was the only one. It was the only one of the Marvel shows on Netflix that I got really excited about. Like I liked the Daredevil. It was cool.
Come on, man. Daredevil was the best one, dude.
Daredevil
and the Punisher, they tied together too.
I know, but the Daredevil didn't grab my attention. Like with the Punisher, I mean, like I was sitting down and binge watching, which is very unusual for me because I don't have the attention span to sit there and watch the same show for like 2 or 3 hours. It's just hard for me to do.
Yeah.
So for me to be able to want to sit down and watch 2 or 3 episodes at a time, I mean, it was good. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was a good show. I'm not gonna say it wasn't because it was freaking awesome.
Yeah, and I like the fact that they showed that Frank Castle does have a heart. Even the first episode, I think, with the one where he was hammering on the wall, he was beating on the wall, right? That one, and the kid, they went and did that.
I love
that robbery, and they were trying to kill the kid, basically. The kid that started working with him. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking. I know exactly what you're talking.
I mean,
about.
the fact that they showed like at the end of that episode, Frank leaves him the bag of money. He helps him out, and then leaves him all the money that they took, and said, leave town.
Yeah, you got to take your grandma with you and her medicine.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
But that whole show was freaking awesome. I loved it.
Yep. Yeah, it was good, man. I've noticed that they haven't done any season 2s of any of the shows besides Daredevil. I wonder if
well, Daredevil. So Daredevil did exactly what I wanted Punisher to do with the first season. You know that, right? So the first season of Daredevil, he never wore the outfit until like the last.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, but like he only wore the outfit once. He only wore the outfit once, though.
Like
I'm talking Punisher.
Once. No, he wore it a lot in the second season. He wore it a lot in the second season.
No, I'm talking Punisher. He only put that on really the one episode, and it was pretty late. It was like episode 10 or something like that.
To the nest or whatever, where the dude's on the computers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you show him, it shows him like spray painting it, and
Yeah.
then he goes through the whole.
Yeah.
Micro goes through the whole spiel about what the skull means and all that crap.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad how that ended up. How Micro got free, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Micro's wife was all over the Punisher. She wanted a piece of the Punisher.
Yeah, she did.
She wanted a piece of it.
But it was pretty fucked up though that he made her think that twice that he was dead, because the first time, I mean, he was gone for a year, and then he shows up and then she thinks that he gets shot. Oh my God.
Man, if you haven't seen this, you need to stop listening now.
Yeah, you should have stopped listening about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah. It's all good though.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Joe
I think
says,
we lost half our MOTU.
Joe says the one scene in Daredevil where he fought down all those flights of stairs. Yeah, it was one of the longest epic fight scenes ever. It really was, man. That was badass.
Yeah, I like that episode. And so he obviously watched it all too. That's good. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, it was definitely a good. I liked every bit of it.
Yeah, I hope they do a season 2 of that. I think.
Oh, they will, man.
Yeah. I'm guessing they just kind of judge it by the popularity of the show or something, I guess, as to whether or not they're going to do a second season.
And I'm pretty sure Iron Fist ain't getting a second season.
It was awesome.
Freaking hated it.
It was awesome. I loved it.
He's such a whiny bitch, dude. Like, oh my God.
I still haven't watched it yet. Because everybody says how terrible it is. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I was like, well, I'm not going to waste my time.
Emo, it hurt my face. My face is ugly. So, like, how could you do this? Like, you're supposed to be like, all right, whatever. I haven't read the comics. I can't sit there and speak to the comics of Iron Fist because honestly, the Defenders was lost to me growing up because, mainstream really took off for me. I even had Conan comics. They weren't mainstream, but they just had boobies in them. You muted yourself.
Sorry, I was yelling upstairs or something. Somebody
something's going on.
Yeah, always. Well, cool, man.
Yeah, so
good shit.
What else we got to cover? We did the Punisher. We did that.
Yeah.
What else? What else have we missed?
Stranger Things, but man, we don't want to get into that right now.
Yeah.
That'd be another hour long.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
What else? So we can just kind of like, I don't know, man, like allude to what I don't know how, can you see how many viewers we have right now? Well, they can watch it even if we don't. They can see, like, if we give anything away to our future interview.
Yeah. I don't know. I can't. Oh, there's one viewer. So not a lively crowd tonight. Must be Joe Amato still on with us, probably.
Yeah. Dude,
well, you said there was
I'm his biggest.
There was another live YouTube thing going on too.
Yeah.
So everybody's probably hanging out there.
MOTU group going right now. So,
no, I say we save it. Let's save it, and we'll just keep dropping hints. And
well, the one viewer already knows. So,
oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Stranger Things season 1, the boxing of it is awesome. It looks very VHS-ish. Joe said he just picked that up at Target. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Dude, Target is to get the Stranger Things gear. I'll tell you what.
Nice. Hell yeah, dude.
And they're in their Ghostbuster outfits, dude.
Nice. That's awesome. I'm gonna go get me one of those now.
Yeah.
Although it's after Thanksgiving, I try to stay the hell out of the department stores because
Jesus, it's probably horrible right now.
Yeah.
I had to pay my car bills, and I was like, I about lost my mind, dude. All the lines, like to pay on the kid's computer. Well, I mean, Edit that part out, man. Christmas present.
Well, you can't edit live, so
They're not watching. They're
Yeah.
like, my dad's a nerd. It's all good, man. I love being a nerd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, cool, man. You want to close
All
it out,
right.
or I guess that's about it for this week.
Yeah.
Had a lot to cover in a short amount of time, and we still have more to talk about. So, but definitely go find us on Instagram. Just search. It's masters underscore of the underscore retroverse. You'll find us. And I am probably most active on the Instagram now than the Facebook. We've got tons of followers on Instagram, and I just want to thank each and every one of you. It's really cool. Facebook, you can find us at Masters of the Retroverse. Just search it. You'll find our page where we do post lots of stuff. We'll also post links when we do go live, so you can just click on it and come chat with us like Joe did and like Wayne did. And thanks everybody for in chat too. Awesome. Thanks for joining.
Yeah. It's freaking awesome.
Yeah. And we are part of a podcast network, High Voltage Radio Network. There's some awesome shows on there. Go check them out. One of my favorites is Pittsburgh Nerd Podcast. It's really cool. They just basically talk about all kinds of nerd stuff, and it's great. I love it.
It's good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, you can find me on Xbox, Turmoil 77. And then that's spelt wrong. OIL 77.
Yep. And I'm on Xbox. Yep, Xbox at xbadwolf79x. You can also find me on Nintendo, which I am playing Mario Odyssey. I have already beat it, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's an easy. I mean, it's an easy game for the most part, but once you beat Bowser, then you end up going back to try to get all the moons. So that's the hard part, I think. But it's an awesome game. Love it. But yeah, I'm not going to give you my friend code because I don't know what it is, because Nintendo's kind of stupid like that, and they don't actually have gamer tags. So they need to get on that shit. You know, they're starting to get a lot of. You got to get their Nintendo code, which is like a 10 or 12 digit code. It's ridiculous, man.
And if any of you care what I'm drinking tonight, it's called Juggernog.
Juggernog?
A Jugger.
Eggnog?
Call of Duty. Juggernog. Come on, dude.
Oh, reference. I don't know.
Call of Duty reference.
Oh, okay. I'm drinking Jameson, so yeah, I'm good. I totally forgot what I was talking about, but anyway, yeah. Find us there. Find us here every weekend. Usually Friday or Saturday is our nights to record. Stay tuned because we've got some more great guests coming up on future shows. One is absolutely amazing. But the ones that we're probably going to have on soonest is going to deal more towards my end of collecting, which is the Toy Biz stuff. We're going to have a guy on from my Toy Biz group on Facebook that is just the king of 80s and 90s comics. This guy knows tons. And I'm pretty excited to talk X-Men with somebody.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hells yeah. So, all right, well, let's call this a wrap. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Thanks, everybody in chat. Thanks, everybody live viewing. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can find the audio version of the podcast on iTunes and Google Play. And if you're listening to this, you can see the video on YouTube on our channel, Masters of the Retroverse. So we'll see everybody next week.
Later.